This is about relationships. This is Jay Doran and Jeff Vilk. And we are talking about how to time block our loved ones and our unloved clients. No, I'm just kidding. How do you do it, bro? You have a baby.
Figuring it out, but I've noticed that without time blocking, you'll never get anything done. So it's
what's a time block? So some people don't know that.
Time block means you got to dedicate a certain amount of time to a task or tasks. So if you're in life, you're probably doing it without even noticing it. There's times where you're saying like, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to spend time with my kid, or I'm going to spend time with my wife, or I just need some me time and I don't want to talk to anybody. That's an important block.
Is that something that you? Yeah. What does your time block look like?
So time blocks, what I try to do is like first thing in the morning when I wake up, it's for my kid. So I've noticed that because of my work schedule, I have to wake up earlier to get that time because my work day doesn't start later because you have a kid.
Wow.
So I had to wake up earlier now, and that morning time, I don't have my phone next to me. I'm just with my kid to get that time, that important time that I need out of the way in the morning. Then I start working on.
What do you do, for us ignorant people out there, or like parents that they could probably relate with this. How long do you spend with your child, and like, what do you do?
Hour and a half, and at this age, at 2 months.
2 months old?
2 months old. He sits, I sit with him, I'll feed him, we smile at each other. That's about the bulk of it right now.
That's pretty cool. So how do you feel about that? Is that giving you energy?
That is giving me energy. It is an incredible stress reliever.
Really?
Because my job is designed to have 1 million problems a day, and that time block.
And what's your job for people that don't know? You're not a stripper anymore.
Everybody knows. Mortgage professional to the stars.
Mortgages. Okay, so lots of problems that you're solving daily. You spend time with your son, 2 months old, 90 minutes.
90 minutes.
When you wake up, when is that done?
It could be anywhere from 5, 6 o'clock. So 90 minutes.
Between 5 and 6. Mm-hmm. So by 7 a.m., where are you?
7 a.m. I'm starting to prepare for my day. So okay. I'm looking at my schedule, my emails, which on any given time has 1 million unread emails. So that's kind of like my time to catch up. Hopefully, usually people don't call me or email or start their workday before 9. So that's kind of like a quiet time where I can actually go through emails without more emails coming in as I'm trying to work and distract me.
Got it. And then so a lot of your business development is done through emailing partners, colleagues, consumers to get together with them, or
in the morning? No, it's more to catch up on files where what's going on. Yeah, so that's the time where you need to focus on what's happening on each file, what communications are coming across, because I'm kind of the center point between all the transactions, between the realtor, the title company, the appraisers, insurance. I got to make sure that all the pieces are going.
So together. You organize in the morning, and then you do your business development in the afternoon.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'm going to make a point on this. A lot of people say, well, do the business development in the morning. If you don't kill the morning, you're not going to have an afternoon. However, you're doing very well. What would you say to that? I have my own thoughts on it.
So what I've noticed is, in terms of business development, I would attribute that to speaking to people actually during the day. Calling people at 7 o'clock in the morning hasn't really been something that I've done.
Well, I like it.
If it works,
why you call me at 7 a.m.?
I've gotten more 4-letter words at 7 a.m. than ever before. I always feel like that kind of phone call is usually an emergency.
Well, that's what I thought too, and then I started getting dates telling them that I just wanted. Never mind.
There's no wrong answer. Let's put it this way.
There's no wrong answer. So what you're saying is, it's not so much when you do it; it's that you do it.
It's that you do it.
Okay, so it's not when you do it; it's that you do it, and that you're consistent.
Yeah. I mean, you have to be consistent. Anything you do that's not consistent will never get you results. Anything.
Whoa, say that again, because I think that was.
If you're not consistent in your action plan, you'll never be successful. There's no professional or no successful person will ever say, I sporadically did X, Y, and Z, and that's how I reached my success. It just doesn't work. You have to stick to the plan to reach your goal.
Well, like this, like the videos. How long? So we both do videos. We putting ourselves out there. How long have you put yourself out there, and what did that look like? I see you do a show all the time. It's like Coffee
with Jeff.
Coffee with Jeff.
Coffee with Jeff. Catch it.
When does that go on? That's when, but it's not a specific time. It's like just consistently. So how many times a week?
So I try to do 5 times a week at least.
Wow.
And
Coffee with Jeff.
It's always in response to something. That's a lot of coffee. If you see what happens behind the scenes, how much
in
coffee
response.
It takes. Always in response. So anytime I'm doing a topic, something has happened to trigger that. And the reason for it is it gives me an opportunity to see either questions that real estate professionals are asking, questions that borrowers are asking, things that they feel might be vague, and that's what I attack. Or
wow, that's okay. So you're taking feedback from your consumers and knowing, all right, well, if they had that question, probably others do. So we put it out there. So guys and gals, think about that for a second. The customer, the one customer you're dealing with, let's say you only have 5 clients because you just started or whatever. Their questions and concerns could be 1,000 people's.
correct.
So Jeff is going every day and consistently at some point in time, because he's got his time block in the morning, so it's not in the morning, it's going to be afternoon, giving value to the marketplace. Now, if you look at myself, it's every day for the last 317 days, there's been a video out.
Correct.
And look at the results. Have you gotten results for yourself being able to do that?
I have.
What does that look like? So, you know,
Well, let me tell you what
for the audience.
the surprising result. The surprising result was not necessarily people, which they have, but not necessarily the response to how good the content is. It's the fact that how many people were in my outer circle and inner circle that didn't know exactly what I did, didn't know that they can send me referrals. And once I started noticing where people were commenting that weren't necessarily looking for mortgages or looking for a home, but now they know what I do.
Wow.
And it's incredible because as a salesperson, you're the brand. You have to know that everybody around you can't ask, like, well, what do you do? That means you didn't do your job. If there's people that I know, forget reaching people I don't know. If there's people that I know that don't know what I do, then I didn't do my job.
Dude,
That's,
screw you, man. Nobody knows what I do.
I still don't know. We're doing these videos.
He
I still don't
doesn't know what I do. So no, it's funny. That's a whole other video. We're gonna get into that. We didn't finish time block.
Time block.
However, I think we got the point across.
We did.
What do you think?
We got the point across, but I will say in terms of time blocking, everybody's got their formula. Like you were saying that some people do their business development in the morning. I've adopted the principle of being in a reactive state. So if I know that I want to reach a certain professional set, I know what their opportunities are, meaning like what their schedules look like. So if I start planning my schedule to try to get business or get business development from somebody else, I need to work on their schedule. That's where I realize my success, because if I start doing my work in the morning, I can't engage when they're available. So I had to kind of adopt their availability.
So you're looking at, and I guess we'll leave you guys with this actionable step, besides being consistent on social media or anything you do. Look at whoever your customer is, whoever your referral partner is, based on their schedule and their availability, like when they generally are working or generally aren't specifically working, that's when you're specifically making time to reach out to them to increase the percentage or chance that they'd actually like pick up the phone or so on and so forth.
Correct.
I like that. That's solid. Remember, guys, if you're not out there, no one knows you. This is Jeff. There's no coffee. We drank it all. Jay, Doran. We'll see you next time.